of the food chain, rocking with a rat tail, king sanitation, covered as a trap mail. Harassment of blackmail. How you think I made it in the game? It's a rat tail. Never made a black.
Yo guys, what's going on? Timpus here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So in today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to make a pixel art space themed header or banner, whatever you guys want to make. You can basically take the tips and tricks from this video and just put them into any sort of designs you guys want to do, but I'll be doing it in a banner slash header. But yeah guys, it's very easy to do. This was actually suggested by you guys in the comments, but also on Twitch. As you guys know, I do stream on Twitch. If you guys want to watch me design live and do pixel art giveaways or just to chill out, just come over to my streams. There'll be a link in the description, and I think there's a link on the screen right now. But yeah, the support on the last video was crazy guys, and yeah, I've got so many great videos to come. Also, if we break 100 likes on this video, I will release the template to this banner that I'm making this video, although it is very basic, but you guys can just add to it yourself. But yeah, with that all being said, I hope you do enjoy the video, and yeah, let's just get straight into it. Right guys, so we are here in Photoshop. So the first thing we're going to do is open up a new document. I'm going to open up a header size, although this can be done as a YouTube banner as well. It's up to you, whatever you want to design this for. It doesn't even have to be a YouTube banner or a header. You can literally learn these skills and put it into other sizes, like a desktop wallpaper. But yeah, I'll be doing it as a header. So I'm going to open up a 3000 by 1000 document, pixels, resolution 300. We're just going to open it up, and yeah, this is going to be a really nice header. I'm going to do more different styles as I do more videos, but yeah, this first one is going to be space themed, as you can tell in the title. But yeah, the first thing we're going to do is go to image size, and we need to bring it down so we can do the pixel art. So I'm going to bring it down to 300 by 100, but because this is checked, that means I can increase it and it'll stay in proportion. So I'm going to bring it up to like maybe, I usually do it in 400, but I might do 375 just for this video. 375 by 125. But yeah, I want it to be quite detailed, so I like to work with a bit more pixels than usual. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the colors, and we're going to choose I'm going to choose like a really darkish blue, so something around here. And then we're going to press enter, and then press alt backspace to fill in the background, and we can just leave the background locked for now, so we don't have to do anything to it. I might make it a bit darker actually, so I'm going to press Ctrl U on the keyboard and just bring down the lightness a bit. I want it to be quite dark actually. So yeah, next I want to add a new layer. I'm actually doing this on my laptop trackpad. It'll be a lot easier if you've got a tablet, but you can still do this without a tablet, so don't worry. So what I'm going to do now is you guys can choose whatever colour you want, but I'm going to add a little glow in the background. As you guys see in space, like if you see photos of space, there's usually like nebulas, like little glowing galaxies in the sky. I'm going to add a bit of that, so I'm going to choose a bluey sort of colour. So let's just choose something like that, and we're going to press OK. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a cool wavy line in the sky. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be something. Let me start that again. I want it to kind of go like this, something like that, or like this. Let's just start, so just follow along. You don't have to like hold down shift or anything, just do this freehand because it doesn't have to be perfect. So we're just going to go like this. Do something like that. But yeah, this is a very basic tutorial for you guys. It's not too hard at all. And then you get that. And what we're going to do next is we're just going to bring down the opacity of it to something like 12. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add other sections. So we're just going to like create other weird shapes like so, and you can press G to fill it in like so. Stuff like this, maybe something like that. Just weird shapes, because it's just basically little patches of light in the sky. So it has to be quite random. So let's just do something like that. Maybe something like this, just extra things we can add. I'm not going to do too much because obviously I don't want this to drag on for ages, but you get the idea. The more little patches, the more glows we're going to have. So next we're going to add a new layer and do the exact same on top of it, but just a bit less. So like a bit over here, you know. Something like that. And then press G, you can like fill it in. And then the exact same as we did on the other layer, we can just like do cool shapes. Like so. Press G, fill it in on the keyboard. But with pixel art, at the start it looks very strange, but the more layers you add, the better it ends up looking. So do something like this. Maybe something like that. And yeah, it slowly starts to come along the more shapes you add. Because what we're creating is a sort of glow, so after a while we'll have about 5 layers and each one's going to get brighter and brighter. So the first one we did is like the lightest colour, and then it gets brighter and brighter as we go along, as you can see. So now let's just add a new layer and do another one on top of that. Very wavy, pretty crazy stuff, like so. And then press G, you can fill that in. But what I would usually do, I'd add a lot more little shapes than this. I've not really done many. So then I'd like do another one over here like that. So it looks like it's glowing in certain areas. And slowly, as you add more and more layers, it starts to come alive very much. But yeah, once we've done this, I'm going to add stars and stuff, and I'll also show you how to do some cool text, which is actually in the thumbnail. So yeah, just keep adding cool shapes, do something like that. I'd usually add a lot more shapes than this, but this is very basic stuff. I just want to show you guys how to create cool glows and blends. So we've got that at the moment, but we want to add a few more to top it off. Let's do something like that. And then press G and we'll just fill them in. And then like I said, again, you want to do the cool shape things inside of the other ones we've done. Also, I'll show you how to do some nice colour corrections to make things pop out and be more vibrant. So yeah. But like I said, it's if you take your time with it, it'll be a lot better. I'm doing this very, very quickly. You want to spend a lot of time on this to get it perfect, because some of these shapes aren't great, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to do. It's a lot more easier on a tablet, but if you do spend time whilst using a mouse, you can get some really nice effects. But like I said, this is very, very, very quick. I would usually spend a lot more time on it, and that's the key thing with pixel art. You don't want to rush anything. You want to take your time with it. And I'd probably do another one over here. Do something like that. And then we'll just bring down the opacity. And then we'll do one more. I might make it a little bit brighter, this one, like that. And we'll just add some cool shapes. Like so. Let me know also, guys, I'll say this at the end, but if you're watching right now, be sure to leave some things in the comments, like video ideas that you want to see. I've got a lot of video ideas myself, but if there's anything in particular you want to see, then let me know down below. Yeah, we're just going to keep doing this very, very basic stuff. but after a while, as you can see, you get some nice glows. And once we add the stars, and you can even add planets and stuff, it will eventually look really nice. Nice and clean. So we've got that at the moment. You can even add another layer at the bottom. It's a bit less bright. So we're just going to fill that in, and we're going to bring that down really, really lightly. So, like that. And then once you're done, obviously this is really basic, but I'm just going to maybe bring down the opacity a bit, like so. And next, what we're going to do, we're actually going to add some stars to this space-themed header. So what I like to do is just press in random places, but we're going to layer it up. So we're going to have really, really light stars and then brighter stars. So basically, yeah, you just want to click in random places. You don't want it to be looking too like it's a pattern. You want it to be very, very random. So in space, you might have a load of stars together like that. But yeah, you just want to press in random places. And because I'm working with a lot of pixels, the stars are very small. So you want to create some different shaped stars, but I'll do that later. Right now, we're just going to create the back stars, so the really, really light stars. Not really light, the faded stars that are in the distance. That's what we're going to be doing right now. So just keep clicking in random places. Control Z if you do make any mistakes. Control Z on the keyboard. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to set that to overlay, and it's very, very, very light, as you can see, because we've set it to overlay. And now we're going to do the exact same thing again and just do it in random places. So just keep going. But the next one that we're going to do, we're going to duplicate the layer. So we'll set it to overlay and duplicate it. But it'll be a bit brighter this time, and it'll look a bit more nice. So yeah, just keep clicking in random places. Sometimes they need to be a bit closer together. But yeah, this is like the sort of method that I take when I'm making space-themed headers. I spend a lot more time on it, but this is the sort of process that I do for most things. So you want to set it to overlay, then press Ctrl J to duplicate it, and there we go, we've got some brighter stars already. And now we want to do the exact same thing again, but a bit less stars, but these ones are going to be a bit brighter, so maybe 2 there. So not as many as before, but still you want to get quite a few on there. Okay, maybe something like that. That'll be good enough. Set it to overlay again, and then duplicate it 3 times. So twice. So you've got like 2 extras. So you've got 3 altogether, but you've just duplicated them twice. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a new layer, but these ones are just going to be straight up white stars. So we're just going to press in random places. Have one there, maybe. Have one there. And as you can see, it does look like there's a lot of stars around. It looks really nice. And yeah, just press in random places. There we go, I've got some nice stars. And what I like to do with these stars is add a new layer and then go to the brush tool and then bring it down quite a bit. And you want to add like a little glow to them. You can either do this with the brush tool. This is what it looks like with the brush tool. If you click on it, set it to screen, and then bring down the opacity of it. That's what it'll look like with the brush tool, but you can do it with the pencil tool. Sometimes I like to do it with the pencil tool instead. And just click over the top of it and just like set to screen and bring down the opacity of it, and you get like a little square sort of glow to it, and that looks quite nice as well. And next thing, let me just click on random ones. And you can also do the same with the blue stars, you know, the ones we set to overlay. You can do the exact same, but set the blend mode to overlay instead of screen. And the ones that I'm doing right now are set to screen, but you can do the same thing with the other ones, but set it to overlay, and you get a nice blue sort of glow. Yeah, let's just press on these nice and quick. You might be a bit off. You get the idea. So we've now got some nice little glows in there as well. You can also add different colour stars because in space, especially with pixel art, it looks quite nice when you've got different colour stars. So you might want to get in some green ones. So let's do that. Just do a few green stars, maybe one up there. And you can add glows to these as well, nice little glows. Don't want to get too many green stars in there. And then let's just do like a red, or like a red sort of colour. Do one like down there. And you can add a glow to them. I'm not going to do that because I want to try and get this done too. I don't want it to be going on for too long. But yeah, I've got a nice little thing there. But now I'm going to show you how to do a very cool star. There's different types of stars. I'm going to show you a few, and I'll do them just all together. In fact, no, I'll just do it in random places. So this involves bringing down the opacity of the pencil tool. So I'm going to click in the middle, and that's going to be the center of the star. And then I like to bring down the opacity up here, not over on the right, just up at the top. And let's just do something like this. So I want to create diagonals, and then bring it down a bit more, and do the same again. And then you get the idea. If you keep bringing down the opacity, you get something quite nice, like so. And then obviously if you get the brush tool, you can add a glow to that as well. Now let's do another one, just like over here. We're gonna click in the middle, and then we'll do this. Create like a cross shape, like so. And then same again, keep bringing down the opacity and do this. And then do it again. And there we go, we've got a nice star. You can add a bit more, make it look a bit more faded by bringing down the opacity a bit more. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you another star that I like to do. If you, I'm just going to, I'd usually just restart this, but because I can't be bothered, I'm just going to copy and paste it. Let's do it like up here. So if you do this, bring down the opacity of the pencil tool a bit more. I'm just going to zoom in for you guys. If you click there, there and there, bring it down a bit more. Sometimes I like to do this, click on the corner of the little line going out, and then click up here, just copy what I'm doing. Just want to do that. If you hold down shift, it creates a straight line. So click, hold shift and click again, and then you get that. Oops, did it in the wrong place. Let's start again. Click, hold shift, click. I did it wrong again. Let's do it again. Surely not 3 times in a row. Bang. And then we're going to bring it down a bit more, and I like to add like a little dot on the end. And then obviously if you get the brush tool, you can add another glow to that. But yeah, we've got some nice stars there as well. For the planets, you can go to the circle tool, and then just draw one. I'll draw one down there. I'm just going to do a really basic planet, and we're going to double click on it. Go to color overlay, and we'll just make this one like that sort of color. And then once you've done that, you want to rasterize it. And I'm not going to do too much. I don't want this tutorial to go on for absolutely ages. But yeah, what you'd do now is so if you add a new layer, right click, create clipping mask, and you can now add like things over the top of it. So you might want to add some lighter areas, and you just basically want to create some cool shapes. Oh, we need to bring the opacity of this back up all the way. Yeah, you can like add some cool shapes. Let's do that again. Make it sort of look like a planet, and just fill that in. That was a bit strange, so we'll just add something to it. Press G, fill it in. And then maybe just add random spots. you get the idea. And you just want to layer up, like I said before, like bringing down the opacity and then adding a new layer and going over the top of it. But you get the idea for the planet. And then for the text, as you can see in the thumbnail, what I would do for that is choose whatever colour you're working with. So I'm working with some blues, so I'll choose like a really bright blue. And then you want to put your name in the middle, so I'm just going to put name and bring down the opacity. And you can choose whatever font you want. I guess I could use this. And what you want to do is, if you go to, if you click up here at this thing right here, make sure the text is highlighted. Click on here, you get all these different cool like shapes, like text deforms, and I like to go with flag. I also like to do arc lower and then bring this to the left. That looks really nice, gives a really nice look. But flag also looks really cool, so if you do something like that and then rasterize the text so it's now editable, you can bring it to the middle. And then if you control click on the thumbnail of the text and then go to select, modify, contract, and contract by like 1 and press delete on your keyboard, you've got a nice little outline. And obviously it's very blurry, so what you want to do is just duplicate it loads of times by pressing Ctrl J, and you get like a nice little outline of a name there. And you can add other things to it, make it look glowing. But I don't want this tutorial to go on for too long, but this is how I usually do a basic space themed header. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what videos you'd like to see from me next. And also, I do stream daily. There will be a link in the description to my Twitch. Be sure to come to them streams if you'd want to learn how to make pixel art, or you just want to chill out and watch me make stuff. But with that all being said, I hope you're all having a sick day today. I'll see you in the next video.